Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, how's it going? How are you doing? I hope you're all doing amazingly. I am doing okay. I'm doing okay. Today we're gonna reach out and react to, talk about, well, not react to, it's not like a classic reaction, but I'm gonna talk about Amberlynn Reid today, what's been going on in her life, and everything in between, I guess. I don't know. Honestly, it's been a while, surprisingly, that I've made any kind of video about Amberlynn, the Amberverse, what's happening. And part of that's because I was not feeling good for like a week and a half. And the other part of that is that I've just found her so ridiculously boring. Like so ridiculously boring that I just like haven't been interested. I haven't cared, and we're going to talk more about that in this video because I think that that is an important piece of a conversation that, like, I guess as a community of people that watch Amberlynn, that I think we aren't maybe talking about, like we're not talking about how, like, maybe we just don't have to talk about her because she's boring. Like, I don't know. So we're going to get into all of that. But also, since I haven't talked about her, there have been a few large plot points that we have not covered on my channel because I just haven't made any videos. One of those plot points is that Becky has moved out. At one point, I did consider reacting to her first moving out vlog. I just never got around to it. And then today she posted a part 2. So there's that. There's that. I don't know, potentially, I guess maybe if y'all want to see a reaction to it. Quite honestly, when it comes to Becky and Becky's content, I think like Becky is making wholesome stuff, and I have never really been the kind of person that's just like gonna react to react. Like if it's genuinely funny and it'd be funny to watch me laugh and enjoy it, I'm down. If there's something that like needs to be commented on, I'm down. But honestly, so far, at least, Becky's stuff has felt relatively wholesome. So, I don't know. But potentially let me know if you want to see a reaction to the most recent moving vlog, the part 2. And I would be down for that. The other major plot point that has allegedly happened, and I say allegedly because that's going to be a large part of the conversation today, but the other plot point that's happened maybe since I last talked about anything Amberlynn Reid related on this channel was that Amberlynn is allegedly single. Okay, allegedly single. And it happened shortly after, I think actually maybe the last video I made about Amberlynn was the one where Becky had the phone call with Amberlynn and was on speakerphone and said the name Jade. And it seems like very quickly after that, Amberlynn was like, well, I'm single now. I'm single, don't talk about it, which has led to a lot of speculation. A lot of people think that Amberlynn is just trying to cover up this relationship so that this person doesn't continue to get harassment or doxxed or whoever, whatever. And I don't know, I think to some extent that's fair. I also think it's going to be very difficult, like if they're not actually broken up, for Amberlynn to keep that charade going, okay? Like she's literally getting ready to do a vlog finally. So like if there's a whole human living with her, it's going to be hard to vlog around that human, although maybe easier to edit than like these live streams. But it's just going to be, I think, hard for Amberlynn, who is a public figure who relies on sharing so much of her personal life as a part of her being a public figure, for her to just like not include whoever she's in a relationship with. And yeah, since Becky moved out and Amberlynn is allegedly single again, the live streams have been real dry. And like, we've all known that Amberlynn is a dry girl, but this has been super dry, okay? Super, super, super dry. It's giving a lot of vibes to Amberlynn's cooking, like dry, unseasoned, and people are really only consuming it because there's nothing else in the kitchen. There's nothing else in the fridge. They gotta eat something, you know? Yeah, it's been tough. And I think we would all probably agree about that. I think most people would probably agree that it's been a real dry season for the Amberlynn Reid channel. And in fact, most of the exciting things that have happened in these live streams lately have been like just the smallest, most minute things. Like, one of the most interesting things was her shading Becky, saying that Becky was using moving out early as content to boost her YouTube channel.
Becky moved in with Rafe for views, and Rafe is just fine being in the spotlight. I love Rafe. Rafe's my friend, so I could see Becky moving for views. I can see that because it adds more entertainment, and like I feel like this is a new chapter in her life. Like, okay, I'm gonna start my YouTube channel, but I want to start it somewhere fresh. I could totally see that happening. It makes sense. It's a smart move.
Another thing was this annoying ass smoke detector battery that was dying and a chirping and a squirping like a mess. It was just chirping the whole stream, and then miraculously it just stopped chirping.
I will definitely be vlogging that when I do. Like, I really want to go to Home Goods, like hardcore, because what the heck was that? I'm leaving. There's an actual ghost. Okay.
A lot of people use that moment where it stopped chirping to speculate that wifey was still there, that wifey was the one that stopped the chirping. I don't know. I do have some questions about that because, like, if wifey was there the whole time, then, like, why didn't wifey fix the issue prior to the stream starting? Like, why wouldn't Amberlynn be like, hey, could you fix this before the stream starts? So I do kind of have some questions about that piece. Like, that's the part that's not adding up for me, okay? That like, I get that it just stopped out of nowhere, but, like, if wifey had the ability to stop the chirping, why didn't they just stop it before the stream? But then, you know, this is Amberlynn logic. She probably didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? And then on the wifey speculation front, in her most recent live stream, the one that just literally she did last night, there was a garbage disposal moment, and a lot of people speculated it was wifey.
God, I remember that like it was yesterday. I think my sink just made a very odd noise. Did you guys hear that? Okay, but my neighbor upstairs literally... Okay, they're using their garbage disposal upstairs, but it made my sink make the weirdest noise I've ever heard. Or maybe that's a coincidence. Either way, what in the world just happened?
So, I don't know. I think I've told y'all my general approach, at least these days, recently, to covering Amberlynn Reid, anything on the internet, is to just believe her. Just believe her. Because honestly, sometimes when you just believe the things that she says are happening, like, and that's wild and scandalous enough on its own. Like, you're living in a different reality if you just believe everything that Amberlynn Reid says. And so I encourage you to try that sometime. Like, what does the world look like if we actually just believed that everything Amberlynn Reid said was true? I mean, consider that, approach that, do what you want with that. But yeah, I generally wait until I'm proven otherwise, and I think a lot of people are getting to the proven otherwise part right now with the garbage disposal, the smoke detector, the whoever, whatever. But also the speculation regarding wifey being around has started way before we had garbage disposals and smoke detectors going off. So I don't know, for me, I'm still inclined to believe that wifey is no longer there. It's just hard to say because there's also so little we know outside of these little tiny minute pieces of tea. Okay, like I think we could potentially learn more from when she vlogs. You know, there's probably a lot of questions about how she's getting around, how is she getting groceries, how is she going shopping, how is she doing all kinds of things because she doesn't drive. And I think a lot of people are using stuff like that to imagine that wifey is also still in the picture because somebody has to be doing those things, right? So, I don't know. For me, it's still a lot of speculation. If Amberlynn Reid says she's single, then I'm gonna live her fantasy for the time being, but also live your truth and your fantasy as well. Now, what I do kind of, I guess, maybe want to talk about when it comes to speculation about these little things like the garbage disposal and the smoke detector is that Amberlynn is not doing a lot of the work here. Amberlynn is asking for the people who watch her, the people who react to her, the people who make content about her to do a lot of the work, okay? And I think my feelings about where we're at right now in the Amberlynn Reid universe is really summed up quite well by a tweet from Future Becky, who, if you don't follow, her Twitter handle is at Future Becky, and she posted this tweet. Okay, let me just lean over here so you can see it real well. She posted this tweet with this screenshot of a video that she saw, okay? And it says, "It really cracks me up that Chantal had to start using hard drugs and get into a toxic relationship to get the attention she was after, while Amberlynn can make hater headlines with her garbage disposal." Now, I personally am not cracking up about anything related to Chantal. It's why I haven't really covered any of the current state of affairs, events, the whoever, whatever that's happening on her channel, because to me it's not funny, and I just like am not interested. And I'm not saying that Future Becky thinks it's funny either. I'm just like generally stating like I'm not cracking up about that. But I am cracking up, and I think this is what Future Becky was saying, is we're cracking up that Amberlynn can literally do the absolute least, and the people who watch her, the people who are fascinated with her, will find a way to make whatever non-tent, okay? Non-tent is where you do nothing and you call it content, okay? She'll post whatever non-tent she wants, and people like me, people like other reaction channels, people like Future Becky on the Twitter, people who post compilations of her live streams and videos, they will find a way to make whatever she did entertaining. And it is kind of fascinating to me because a criticism I get a lot, or have gotten a lot in the past and probably still today, is that like I don't make original content and that my content, you know, isn't creative, it's low effort, it's whoever, whatever. And I don't know, I get where people are coming from, honestly, when they say that, because like I am just reacting to somebody else's content most of the time. But it's just like, no, do y'all see the effort people go through to make Amberlynn Reid fucking entertaining? like we're out here analyzing goddamn garbage disposals, smoke detectors. Like, if anything, Amberlynn Reid is the one that's, like, not making original content right now. Let's just, like, all get on the same page about that, because, y'all, the people out here reacting to her, making content about her, are really the ones that are even, like, giving her a platform at this point, in my opinion, like, right now. Because, honestly, you know, I will say, the credit I will give Amberlynn Reid is that she's always been very smart when it comes to, like, clickbaiting things and trolling her audience. Like, she knows what she's doing with that, right? Like, she knows how to do those things. But she's not even doing that right now. She's titling her streams, like, inside jokes that she has with wifey, and lyrics from songs, and quotes from movies. Like, she's not even clickbaiting right now, and people are still eating it up. So, like, I guess, like, smart on her end, but to say that she's posting original, interesting content right now it's not true. It's just not true. So honestly, I have to say, without reactors and people who watch her and people speculating about her, like, truly nothing she's doing right now would be interesting. Like, if she started YouTube today doing these live streams, nobody's tuning into that just for these live streams, or she doesn't even answer interesting questions. She answers questions about, like, what TV shows she likes to watch and stuff like that. So, like, nobody would watch that. Nobody would watch that, but this community surrounding her that watches her has created an interest in literally nothing. And honestly, I think I've made it clear, at least recently on my channel, I've been trying to shift away from some of the, like, speculation of the minute details because to me, it's just like not super interesting. And I think it's also just like, what's the point for me personally? And I'm not saying that anybody else is right or wrong for doing it. I think that there are a lot of people who genuinely enjoy the speculation. They enjoy looking for like the little things that might suggest that, you know, whatever theory they have about Amberlynn Reid is true. But for me personally, it's not working out for me. And you know what I would say though, just like Amberlynn would say, I love that for you. Okay, I love that for you. But what I'm saying is that I want to remind people that if you think that this is boring and you think that this is not worth your time, I know Peter Mott is not everybody's cup of tea. If you don't know who he is, he's a beauty guru, drama channel, commentary channel, tea channel, candle review company channel. And Peter says a lot frequently that like he appreciates all the people who watch him because they have chosen to dedicate like 30 minutes of their day to watching his videos, right? And I think about that a lot too, and I'm like so grateful that people dedicate time like to watching my Twitch streams, my Sims channel, my YouTube channel, whoever, whatever it might be, because time is a resource and time is valuable. And so the fact that you're spending time on any creator, I think is great, and I'm grateful for the time you spend on me. But what I think you might consider is if you are spending like 2 hours of your week watching these boring live streams from Amberlynn Reid, like just remember that you don't have to invest your time that way if it doesn't feel valuable to you. Now, I think a lot of people do find it valuable, and I think that's great, but I need to say that I haven't been always dedicating my time and my resources like that to her streams, and I love that for me, okay? I will say I probably will always be fascinated with the life of Amberlynn Reid and her channel, and this is not me saying like I'm no longer gonna cover Amberlynn Reid, because honestly, truly, I plan on it. I planned on continuing to cover Amberlynn Reid. I'm actually feeling cautiously optimistic that she says she's been vlogging a little bit every day and that she's gonna put out a vlog. I'm cautiously optimistic. I'll react to that for days, okay? You give me vlogs, and I will give you some old-fashioned reactions where I'm not just sitting here talking at the camera, but we're reacting to something on the screen. But I don't know. I think something happened when I wasn't feeling good for like a week and a half, a couple weeks ago. I think something happened where I realized like, wow, I only have so much time, so much energy to give. And maybe right now, reacting to this non-tent from Amberlynn Reid, maybe that's not it. Maybe that's not it. So if that's how you're feeling, I just want to welcome you to like take a break, step away, do what you got to do, you know. But also, I will still be keeping tabs, checking in on Amberlynn Reid, but you just might not always get a video about everything, because like, let's be honest, there's only so much you could say about a garbage disposal going off during a live stream. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Do you think wifey's still there? Do you care about the garbage disposal, the smoke detector, the whoever, the whatever? Are you excited about vlogs coming back, maybe, potentially, hopefully, from Amberlynn Reid? You let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If this is your first time on my channel, consider subscribing down below and hitting the bell button so you get notifications. Leave me comments, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had a whole lot of fun with y'all today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!